Hello friends, today we are going to work on some snippet rolls again. I am nearly out of my snippets and I wanted to kind of use up some of my scraps, which this is full of scraps from different projects I've been working on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. I've got a lot of papers in here and I'm just going to kind of draw from this pile of scraps to make some snippet rolls. Okay, and beside me I have torn some just some linens, and I have a couple strips of that, so I'm going to use some of that. But I'm also going to be using some of this edging. This was in some packing paper that I got something, I don't know, Amazon, whatever. And so I started doing on there like this, and I'm just gluing some of the old paper pieces to it, and it looks really nice on in a junk journal, just to edge your papers or your work or whatever. So I'm actually going to leave this as it is. I'm going to consider this done. I can embellish more to it if I wanted to, but this actually rolls on. I'm running really low on my wood spools, but I've got more coming. They'll be going up on my Etsy. But anyway, I would tape that down somehow, secure it down. But I just like rolling them on. Oops. There we go. I just like rolling them on like that, and then I can unroll, and they look really cute in your art studio or your art room or wherever you create at. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll work on this one here. We'll just add a little bit of everything to it. And I'm gonna, and I also, beside me, I have a jar of buttons, and I have some different labels that I've printed off, some digitals, and then some other little things that I've gotten here and there. So I've got those in there, and then I also have a basket of odd and end laces by my feet, ready to, if I want to use them. So to get started on this, I'm going to just take some, I'm not sure if my glue stick will actually work to secure this down, but we'll try. Oops. I hope everyone is staying clear of some of that springtime bad weather that we've been getting. I know east of us, still in the state, but east of where I live is supposed to be getting some strong storms this afternoon. So we had a baseball game canceled, which is why I'm on this afternoon. I think the glue stick is working. And also I didn't do it on the other one, but I do plan to sew on this, just like I did on the one using the muslin pieces. Oops. Okay. Almost to the end of this piece. So if you were with me for my last live, I was talking about my upcoming show, which is, I did it, it's already passed. vintage market days I did in Lincoln, Nebraska. And it was a great show. We had a lot of fun. There's a lot of people out shopping. It's good to see people out and enjoying the show. Okay, I think we've got this kind of glued together somewhat, and I do hope, I apologize if I'm not in screen, but I'm trying to stay within this area here. Okay, so put the cap on that glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling from let's see here. I'm going to need a ruler. I hope nobody asks where these digitals come from, because I haven't a clue. I don't remember. A bit more. Okay. Get some word text here. Grab some of these. I don't even know where these came from, to be honest. But they'll fit right on there. These are pieces of some grid paper that I used on a collaboration that I did with some other fabulous creators, and we each contributed, so it was kind of fun. I do believe the video is still available on my Facebook page, Lavender and Grace Vintage, so you can still look for it and the other ladies that participated. And we had fun. Oh, is it time to pull up some lace, maybe? This is true vintage pieces that I'm using. Sometimes I wonder about those ladies that spent hours and hours. Making these. And how sad they'd be to see them being cut apart and used. But maybe they'd be happy that they're actually have a second life. Maybe we'll try some buttons. You know, in this day when so many things are being thrown away, discarded. Huh. These are quite unusual. They have like confetti in them. Huh. I often think the same thing about quilts and that type of thing. Let's see here. So I'm just going to pull some some kind of a mustardy yellow bric rack here. I'll stick that on. Maybe a couple more. Oh. These are some gray buttons. I might stick a couple on. Oops. I think I got that button upside down. All right. Got that. We're going to put this along here. And another scrap of some digital here. And maybe a couple labels in here. It looks like an old black and white picture. There's a kind of a mountain in the background, but I'm not really quite sure what's on there. That was the same, so we're not going to use that again. kind of lace I have here. It's very delicate. It doesn't want to go the way I want it to go. Come on. There we go. I think the lady that had eyes to do this particular tatting must have been pretty good. Okay. Stick some more glue down there. All right. What more do we have for laces in here? Okay. We have lots of choices. I'm going to grab some flowers. Put some of these on as well as we're going along. One there. I think we'll add another one here. These are fabric of some type, and then they have a little rhinestone in the center of them. Do have an awful large amount of pink. Kind of a dusty pink, actually. I'm gonna grab some of those yellow ones as well. Yeah, there's a couple here. Yep. Okay. All right. Stick this one here. Okay, and we'll move along. And I can tell you, I have not made a dent at all in my pile. But when I finish up with this, I think I'm going to make strips, like probably 6-inch to 8-inch, maybe 7-inch. All right, I'm going to do some layering here. I think I'll use this. So I hope for any of you who are in the path of the coming storms that you have a place of safety to go to. It can definitely be scary. I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of that white edge on there. Check on your elderly neighbors. And sometimes they don't. I rarely watch any news, but I do keep up with Weather Channel apps and that kind of thing. But some people just don't do that. So it's always good to check on those that might need some assistance. It's interesting. I like those little gray buttons, but I might stick this one on. But I need I hope I wasn't off screen too much there. I was not paying attention. And I like this gold button. I don't know if it's going to be too bulky or not. I might save that for something else. Okay. We'll just stick the gray ones on. There we go. All right, let's dig in the pile and see what we have. We do have some words. So I might add some more. Just thinking I probably should have put the buttons on after I do my sewing, but a little late now, and that's okay. I will make it work. Let's see, let's put down some more paper. This is some that I was using, doing some stamping on. Just some of that like a tissue paper. And I was using my IOD stamps with it and stamping off the excess. So got some interesting images on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Parchment paper, that's what I was thinking. Oops, I'm off screen again. I do apologize for that. Okay, how about another label here? And what I will do is I'm going to use a black thread for stitching. We have some dictionary page here we'll work with now. Stick that on for the base. All right. I have to move that so I can get on screen properly. There we go. And on top of this, I want to put some of this pretty lace here. Let's see here. Get some more labels. Got a little bit of a bluish look to this one, blue-green. Just a bit of this underneath. Okay, and I'll use another gold one. One of these blue-gray ones here. And if I sew around those, I'm going to have some wonky stitching, which is actually kind of what we want. So, do I want to add anything else? Why not? Okay, other than sewing, I believe this one is done. Don't really have to tack this down if I'm going to be sewing, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm not going to sew them on screen. I'll wait and do that when I'm finished. But we have, so what do we have here for size? We have 14, 28, so we have about 41 inches on this one here, which would be great using on a few of on the edges of our pages. You can make belly bands with them. You can do all the things. So I'm going to put this one off to the side, and then we're going to work a little bit on the fabric one. I'll just pull one of them out. Get a lot of the strings off of it. Okay. So I'm not doing this live. Prefer not to do them live, but I can. All right, so I'm just going to do kind of a neutrals for the bottom layer, and then we'll build from there. I'll continue to use this glue. I don't know how much it will soak in, but we'll try it. I prefer not to do lives. I also don't add it my videos. I did at first, but it was kind of a, I don't know, kind of a process, and I just was not finding time to do it. So I thought, you know what, you have to take me as I am, I guess. And hopefully I don't say anything wrong on the video. I hope this stays. Okay. I actually think I used a different glue on the previous one, but this will be easy enough for the sewing machine to go through. So I have all these digitals that I printed out, and you know, all of us have our favorites as far as who we buy our digitals from. And I have a lot of vintage papers as well, so I tend to stay on track using those. But I do like using digitals as well. So if you have leftovers on your digitals, this is a good kind of a good way of using some of them, or your vintage papers or whatever. Okay, let's see here. This one might have a little bit more color than what I wanted on the bottom layer, but that's okay. You know, we can adapt. We'll make it work. A little bit more. So this weekend, my grandson is graduating high school. I'm helping my daughter get things prepped for his graduation party. Very excited for the new generation. It's my first grandson, my oldest grandson graduating. I'm really excited for the new generation in our family to be growing up and moving on with their life. He wants to go into education, which is what his mother does, and one of his aunts. But he also wants to do coaching, so he was supposed to have a baseball game today. I think I mentioned that before, and it was due to the weather, impending weather, it was canceled. And it was his last regular season game, so I know he was a little bummed about that. But you know, gotta keep the kids safe. Let's see, what do we want? Grab some more of these. You know what, I'm just gonna leave that white on there. Why not? We're gonna cover it anyway. And I've had a couple papers in here with holes punched out of them. My little granddaughter was over and she wanted to do art with me, and that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to punch holes with my hole punch, and I just let her do what she felt like doing. That's how the creative process starts. Just take something and experiment with it. And my grandkids are fun when they come over. They always want to dig in the art supplies and find something fun to use. And here's another one that she punched. And she was gluing them on paper. That's all she was doing. I guess that's kind of what I do too. It's going to be a long strip. Let's see, what else do we have on top here? You'd be surprised at the things that I save, but this here is just an edge of a very old book page. And I thought, why not? Because I knew we were going to be making some more snippet rolls. And incidentally, I will be putting these on my Etsy page once I can get them made. Okay, we've got an old piece of an old check from 1924. So I might wait and use that on the top part of it. Let's see. There's another digital piece, but this part I want to tear the white off. One of my young granddaughters had her dance recital last Saturday, and she did really well. She's 4. She did really well until the last dance. I believe she had 3 dances, and her mom was a room mom, and she looked off stage and saw her mom and decided, I've had enough. So she ran off stage and didn't finish the last little bit. It wasn't much. She had just a little bit left to go. Here we go. No, that's the same as that one. I don't want to use the same thing. But those little ones are just adorable to watch. Okay, here's another couple pieces. We're getting close to the end of this strip as well. I know I didn't remove that little white edge there, but I'm going to cover it up. go. So on this strip, I'm going to put, I'm going to do some labels along the whole thing, and then I'm going to add on the embellishments, some buttons, flowers, metal pieces, laces, that kind of thing, and then it'll be ready to go. But I think between putting on the labels and the other little bits and pieces and putting on the buttons, the things that I can't sew through, I think I'm going to go ahead and sew it. So I'll probably finish this up here and then leave you for the rest of the day. And I will come back on my Facebook page with the finished pictures. Gotta go play back on screen here. So, gotta go to about right here. We got some wind picking up here. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's kind of starting to get a wee bit windy. So just using some of my scraps, I've created a couple really long pieces that will be able to be used in journals. And what's nice about them is you can pull off the amount that you need when you need it and keep it on the roll. And that's kind of what we did. it down here. We got all of that completed. This is a pretty long piece. I'm not quite sure how long it is, but it is pretty long. This one is pretty much dried and ready for the sewing machine. I like here and there we have some text, brave and breathe and soul adventure. So that's where we're going to leave it, is with these two pieces done, or not, well, they're not done, but these two pieces as far as they're going today. And I'll get to the sewing machine, get them sewed up, and then I'll take some pictures and put them online for you to see the finished product. And hopefully in a couple days I can get more done and get them listed on Etsy, in case you are interested in any of these snippet rolls that I've created. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.